In this video, we are going to go over properties of real numbers. In math, properties are statements that are true for any numbers. They justify steps when simplifying expressions and solving equations. So the first property we are going to go over is commutative property. So, commutative property of addition or multiplication. Sorry. So order of values does not matter. Order does not matter. So for example, a plus b is equal to b plus a. So this is a commutative property of addition. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2, right? If you really calculate it, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. So it is equal. So this is of addition. So this is commutative property of addition. And we also have a commutative property of multiplication. For example, x times y equals y times x. With numbers, 5 times 4 equals 4 times 5. So if you calculate it, 5 times 4 is 20, 4 times 5 is 20, so they are equal. Okay, so these are of multiplication. So commutative property of addition, commutative property of multiplication. Again, order of values does not matter. You switch the order, A, B, now it's B, A. It's still the same. So it only works for addition and multiplication. Next, associative property of addition or multiplication is grouping of values does not matter. So for example, A plus B plus C, but now A and B are grouped, is equal to A plus B plus C. So the order did not change, but you switch the grouping, it's still the same. So 5 plus 1 grouped plus 3 is equal to 5 plus 1 plus 3 grouped together. So these are addition. Now you have multiplication. A times B grouped together times C equals A times B times C. 2 times 4 times 7 is equal to 2 times 4 times 7. So again, these are addition, associative property of addition. These are multiplication. Okay. Now identity property is that the first number or variable stays the same. Stays the same. So for example, A plus 0 equals A, right? This is addition. A times 1 equals A. Okay. For example, 5 plus 0 equals 5. 6 times 1 is 6. So these are addition. These are multiplication. And then we have inverse property. Inverse is the backward, right? So using opposite to cancel a value. So inverse property of addition or multiplication. So A plus negative A, opposite of A is negative A, equals 0. For example, 3 plus negative 3 equals 0. And 8 times 1/8 is 1. 4 times 1/4 is 1. So these are addition, these are multiplication. And then property of 0 is very simple. It means you multiply by 0, you will always get 0. So any number, 8 times 0 is 0, 17 times 0 is 0, negative 1a, if times 0 is 0, any number like 100 times 0 is 0. Any number multiplied by 0, you always get 0. And don't get confused with this inverse property or identity property. This is for multiplication. And distributive property, multiply a value to an expression inside parentheses. So you always need to have a parenthesis if you use a distributive property. If you don't have parentheses, that means you don't distribute. So for example, 8 times b plus c inside parentheses, this is you distribute. So 8 times b plus 8 times c. 2 times x plus 7, you distribute, it will be 2x plus 14. If we have a negative number, negative 5 times y minus z, you distribute, negative 5y. Here, negative 5 times negative z will be positive 5z. So when you see this, you have to know this is a distributive property. Now you have reflexive property. So reflexive property, think of reflection. So it is a value always equals itself. So a equals a. Example, 16 equals 16, 5x equals 5x, 4y squared equals 4y squared. So think of reflection. If there is a mirror, it reflects you, so it's always the same. Symmetric property, think of symmetry. If a equals b, then b equals a. So a equals b, b equals a. So example, if x equals 3, then 3 equals x. If 5x equals 30, then 30 equals 5x. Okay? So symmetry, think of symmetry. Transitive property, if a equals b, and b equals c, then so if a is equal to b, b equals c, then a equals c. So you can think of kind of a equals b, then b equals c, then a equals c, right? So you can kind of think of like this. Example, if 4 plus 3 equals 7, and 7 equals square root of 49, then 4 plus 3 equals square root of 49. Okay. We are not gonna go over closure property, so we are gonna stop here. So now go to the next page and do the practice. You have to list. You have to explain its property. You can use your notes, and I want you to write 2 examples. Now from class, I want you to come up with your own examples for its property. And after you finish this worksheet, raise your hand and ask me to check your answers.